Thank you for joining us today. This is the third of 5 series of tutorials for the automated leader book. And what this tutorial is, it's the add new soldier function. And let's suppose you had a new soldier coming in, and whereas before you would have the soldier sit down, write down his information on 5 or 10 sheets of paper that later on you're gonna stuff or make copies of and distribute to other people and put into your manual big leader book. Instead, what this program does is it allows you to add a new soldier by opening up a screen and letting him sit behind a desk and type in his own information. Or if you had an assistant, you could have him sit behind the desk or her sit behind the desk and type in information for the individual by asking them the questions that are on the screen. So you have one or two ways to do it. You can have you or your assistant type in information, or you can have the soldier type in the information himself, him or herself. This is achieved by going into the new soldier screen as the leader. This is how you set the screen up. Of course, you see all the different fields are there for him, but this box here is your box, and we're just going to describe this box a little bit before we get rid of it. Once the soldier is done completing all the fields to the best of his ability, you're going to add the record by clicking on Add Record. And now this is so you can cloak the screen. Somebody's walking behind you while you're reviewing the information that the soldier just entered. You would click on Cloak, or if you had to leave the desk for a minute, you click on Cloak, and you see it's a cheesy little screensaver. Double click and it's gone. You can view or print a soldier record right off the bat from right here, and that will be of any soldier that's in your database, or you can just click off his and tuck it into your leader's book, and we'll show you how that looks. Alright, now these are other individuals that we've just put into the database just for a little test data, give you some values to look at. If you wanted to print, you could print. See here, we can expand the screen a little bit. Soldier's name is right there at the top. You can print, you can manipulate the pages and do whatever it is that you needed to do.
Message received.
Also, you can scroll down, go to many different, or you can scroll through in this avenue. Okay, so that's just a little bit about that, and then we'll exit right here and go back to our main agenda. Then once the soldier is complete with the whole screen, and provided you've added the record, then you can go down. If you have another soldier, you can clear the screen and start with another soldier. If you had no other soldiers, of course, you'd merely exit here or here. And this button here is to hide the admin box. And of course, just in case you forget, there's instructions to let you know that at any time you can make a return. So the soldier sits behind the screen and he enters all his functions in. And remember, this date is the nucleus of all your time functions. So ensure that the date is right on your computer. So we're just going to add some fictional information just to give you some values to look at. Okay, so we're going to call this fictional soldier Joe. Let's say Joe Hanson, Eric K. Rank, staff sergeant, social security numbers. Right here is the MOS. Data rank. And we're going to enter it in always month, date, and year. Okay, 0201, and we'll say he was promoted in 2008. Now these fields, once this is complete, this field, the time and grade functions and the time and service function is already filled in for you. So we're going to tab this over and look, 36 months, time and grade from today. So that lets you know that that's his time and grade. Alright, so his basic factor service date, we'll say, we're just throwing out fictional numbers. And so actual service date, we'll say it was in 1998. And we'll tab over. So his fine staff sergeant's been in for 13 years. These boxes are relative boxes, nothing absolute. So you can put anything pertains that it'll help you maintain your organization. My only thing is, so that you don't be confused, is just be persistent. So if you want promotable to mean promotable, as in yes or no, you can say yes or no. Or you can leave it blank. Okay. And if he was an E4 and he was promotable and you had promotion points, you put the promotion points there. Okay, so you can put white, you can put Caucasian, you can put black, you can put Indian, whatever. Alright, here male, or spell out male, however you want to do it. Okay, date of birth. This guy was born 01 to, let's say he was born in 1972. And you see his age pops up right down here. And so these fields must be done before you add record, or there will be an error. All your dates must be filled in pertaining to the soldier's data rank, time and service, time and grade, and his age, or else you will get an error when you add the record. Like I said, you can put anything into these you want to. You can stand behind the soldier and tell him what to do, or you can tell him to just fill it out to the best of his ability. Okay. Blood type O, you can either put O, or you put O positive, whatever you want to do. Hair color, blonde. Eye color, blue. Okay. So that's as far as we'll go with those values. And you see, you got his current address, home of record, next of kin, counseling, license, awards, sizes, medical, weapons types, your primary weapons, crew serve weapon. Encourage the guy or gal to, whatever they're qualified on, that's current, to put it in these fields. If not, even if I knew, and this would also let them know, even if it's expired, it'll let them know that they at least qualified on it. And guess what? That's another guy you can send to the range for that particular weapon. Is your shots, anthrax, or whatever new shots that they're doing now. Last APFT. And if you notice, this field right here is tied to, and I'll show you in just a moment, these are tied to your calculating fields, to the what's due fields. These are the fields that will let the leader know, that will alert the leader when these are due. This is another one. So weapons, physical training, counseling, and NCOERs are the fields that's going to let the leader know what's due. And they're all right here. Now, no entry can be made to these. These are not for the soldier to do. But these are values that, if he reads them or she reads them, whenever I say he, it means she, of course. When he reads them, that'll let him know if he's out of date, he's gonna be due. If he's out of the 180-day window tolerance for this one, he's gonna be due. Same thing for these. All right. But he's not concerned about those, and you don't need to let him know, because that's going to let you know when we start doing the going through the review edit screens. And that's where all of your alerts will be as the leader. So the new soldier is continually going down the add soldier screen, filling out all of his information that will go into your leader book, your automated leader book, which you can recall at any time to gather information. He puts in his height and weight, last weigh-in, body fat, all the things that are particular to his person and to the things that you will be concerned about when called upon by your command in order to evaluate for update. And of course, now if you're all in the same battalion, sure, you can put this down there, or in the same battery or company or section, of course, fill all of this stuff out, because you can recall this later. If you're sitting at home and next thing you know, you got, first sergeant or sergeant major calling you up, hey, this guy did this and he did that. And so you open up your leader's book, the automated leader book, and you'll be able to recall everything that you know about this guy on the double. Of course, you can open up a big leader's book, flip through some pages, but this is quicker, and if I might add, this is a lot more enjoyable. When you have things on digits, you're more inclined to update it than if you had a book, because if you had a book, You got to scratch things out. You got to white things out. You got to throw away paper and do a lot of house cleaning. But with this, if you want, with this program, the automated leader book, if you wanted to delete a soldier, all it takes is one highlight and one click of a button, and he's gone. If you want to update, all you would have to do is go to a particular field and you'd update it. Too simple. And so this will help you to become more organized. And if you still need to print out a book, this will help you print out a book. So now you can have a page with just socials on it. You can have a page with just family members on it. You can have a page with just weapons qualification, who's all qualified. You can have a page with everybody's hat size on it. You can have a page with licenses, who's licensed on what, instead of going through and, you know, each page that you have in your book, in your manual book. I'm just putting out some contrast. The pages that you have in your manual book is by name. But with this, you can have pages by name, and you can have pages by events and actions, pages by next again, pages by who's licensed on what. And all of this can be printed out very easily. And when we get into the My Orderly Room tutorial, you'll see. And that's the face of the leader book. And so now the soldier has went through all of these screens, and before you left him, you said as soon as you get down to the bottom, follow the next instructions, and that will be print here. You don't have to worry about this because he can't touch any of this. Alright, and so you tell him to press this, and look at what happens. Okay, so he's probably gonna panic or whatever. He's gonna go get you, or he's not gonna panic. You don't have to panic, and you'll know exactly what to do. You tell the soldier, okay, step away, and you double click as you know how to do. You look over his information real quickly. You might want to ask him some questions if that's what you want to do. If you got profile issues, you ask him about that profile. Let me see the profile. You grab this profile, and now you've got a copy of it. And you might want to ask him about some weapons qualifications and stuff, and you know, you might want to go over some of this stuff with him. Okay, you see you got all his hat sizes there, and any leader knows that at any time of the day, first sergeant looks in your platoon sergeant office and says, hey, you know, I need the hat sizes of all your soldiers. Okay, so you know, now we have, you can go to screens and you can print out hat sizes of all your soldiers, and without printing out all of this stuff. But if you had that big bulky leaders book that you usually have, you know, you could have some of this stuff in there, or you can print it out. But if you did not have the automated leader book, you would go through some pain. Trust me, I know. I might have had all the hat sizes of my soldiers, but I had to go through different pages to get those hat sizes. And with this program, you don't have to do that. You don't have to go through all of that. So that is the good thing behind this. And so now you double click on your flag. You see all of this stuff is there. And one thing I'm going to add on here, one thing I'm going to add is the NCOER information, because I want to show you some things. So let's say his last NCOER was in 2009. Okay, that lets him know he's due. Last NCOER counseling was to, and let's say something a little bit more realistic. Alright. And of course, if you want to put something here, this would be his current rater and senior rater, you know. And of course, if he's an E4, all of this stuff would be blank. But this guy's a staff sergeant, so he's got some information. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to add record. Alright, so the record has been added. You may exit or press carry page and add another record. Okay, so if you got another soldier, you can add a record, you can clear page, add another record, and it's going to clear all of this stuff. Watch. Alright, the soldier's information is in your database now, but now you can add another soldier. Okay, then you would hide the admin, have that soldier sit down, and you would input his work. Okay, so now we're going to exit, and that's the end of the add new soldier screen.